I think the world has lost its sense of humor in many ways because we're getting so much noise from around us saying, don't trust your instinct. You know, the great thing about comedy and a sense of humor is that it's so subjective that you laugh at something one day that maybe you wouldn't the next day. One group of people laughs at this type of humor. Another individual laughs at this type of humor. And that's what I love about comedy. I will always love comedy. So I think, you know, we're in a phase right now, and I want to think it's only a phase, where people just don't trust their instincts. And if they laugh at a joke, they kind of look around to go, is it okay to laugh at this joke?
You talk about a conversation, and that sounds like a perfect ideal. But what is also happening is that someone's prolific career, all their work gets cancelled because of what might be considered a mistake. Are you comfortable with the punitive nature of cancel culture?
No, I think the way you said it is perfect, which is when you have somebody with an entire body of work and they're able to be canceled overnight like I was, then that deserves a second look. I do like the conversation part. I don't like the part where there's not a conversation. That is the world we live in, where everything's too fast and people aren't necessarily taught to think. And I think all of it is worth a look because I think it affects people more than they think. You know, so you can sort of look at my little story and go, all right, well, that's her story, and she's a Hollywood elite, or, you know, any one of the pejoratives you're going to throw. But the truth is, you're right. People should be thinking about, have I lost my sense of humor? Has this group lost its sense of humor?
And how do you feel about that? I mean, how are you personally coping with life before and after the scandal, as you describe it?
I guess I had to wrap my brain around the fact that other people were either fearful about that photo or acted like they were terrorized by that photo. I definitely am less afraid than I used to be, but I'll be honest, you know, it was a very odd thing. At first, I was just sort of flabbergasted. Then I was hurt, you know, because a lot of people turned on me, etc. Then, as I learned more about what was happening, I guess I foolishly thought other people would sort of start to get it. And it's not that hard to explain once you kind of know what happened. But it has taught me to be less fearful.
I mean, the power of social media, the power of people who were offended by your joke, did that surprise you? Does that leave you distressed in any way?
Sure, it leaves me distressed because I don't want to think that anyone would believe that about anybody. So the fact that, you know, this went from the online world to the cable news world to the legitimate media world to the people that, you know, I've worked for before, the people that make the decisions. The fact that an online media smear campaign generated by forces sometimes within the United States, but sometimes not. I mean, I do think that this is, honestly, I want to think this is a phase, and I think we're going to find our footing in a way where people will be able to laugh about all sorts of things. And I actually do believe that for all the dark stuff that's happening in the United States, I really do believe there's going to come a time when we can all laugh together about it.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.